Oh my god, I didn't see you over there. Why don't you come on over? So I'm really taking myself out of my comfort zone today by filming this in public. I get scared when my roommates walk by my room when I'm filming, let alone random people in public. But if I spent one more minute in my room, I was gonna like, it was actually horrible. I've been feeling so depressed and I don't know why. I don't want to feel this way, but it's probably because I haven't been working very much recently. Like, life as a freelancer, you sometimes don't work for like a few weeks and you work a lot, but it's been just really getting to me. I just have nothing to do. I still have my other job, but that's like not frequent enough for me to feel like I have like a good schedule. Either way, I needed to make today better, so I came outside to the lakeshore. Back to the main point of this video. Today I decided that I want to do my March favorites. So my first favorite is this book that I have right now, I Who Have Never Known Men. I talked about this in my last video when I bought it, but this book is so fucking good. It's so good. I'm literally not even finished with it yet, but I still know that it's going to be one of my March favorites. So basically it's about this girl who grows up in a cage with 40 other women. She was young when she was put in the cage, so she doesn't remember like anything about the outside world. So the book follows her internal dialogue. Wake up, sleep, eat twice a day, but they don't know like what actual time it is, and nothing else happens. Like, the guards don't interact with them. They don't know why they're there. They don't know what's happening in the outside world. It's a really interesting perspective because if you didn't know literally anything about life, like, what would you think of the stuff around you? I also love a dystopian novel. Like, I was obviously huge into the Hunger Games. I haven't read a dystopian novel in forever. I think it's interesting how authors can think of like a whole other reality that doesn't exist. Obviously that's literally how all books are, but I don't know why, even though I think I'm creative, I don't think I could ever think of like a whole fictional universe. Like, that is an insane feat to do. Like, I could think of fictional things that happen within our universe, but not necessarily the other way around. Has some really good quotes. Like, if we look, let me look at Goodreads. One of my favorite ones is, I was forced to acknowledge too late, much too late, that I too had loved, and that I was capable of suffering, and that I was human after all. It's very good. Anyways, putting that aside for the minute. So we'll do music next. Grace Jones, Nightclubbing on DVD, and I've been listening to that. It's very, it's like, I'll put in like a very short snippet of it because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Walking down the street.
It almost sounds like it shouldn't sound good, but it sounds so good. I don't really know how to explain aside from that. Also, I've discovered with listening to that music that I truly like white people dance. Like, can't hold a beat for shit. But will that stop me from dancing? Absolutely not. But it is a little bit embarrassing. The other day when we were out at a bar, not the other day, it was probably like literally 2 months ago, we were dancing to some music and I was like, damn. Like, I can't dance. Like, I'm really bad at dancing. Maybe that's why I don't always understand the art of dancing. Anyways, that one's really good. And then the other album that I've been listening to, and then I'll do a few songs after this, but the other album I've been listening to is Sufjan Stevens' Javelin. This came out like a year or two ago, I think. I've had this DVD for a while, but I was just re-listening to it the other day. That album is about like his boyfriend, I'm pretty sure. And it's so good. I think anything Sufjan Stevens, like, he's like, if you don't know who that is, it's Mystery of Love, like the Call Me By Your Name soundtrack guy. But that album is really underrated. I feel like it didn't get enough hype when it came out. Like, I heard some noise about it, but not enough that it satisfied me. Music on my phone. Joan Baez. I did start listening to Joan Baez after watching the Bob Dylan movie. I'm not gonna lie. See, I haven't gone full annoying person where I'm like, nah, I'm gonna listen to Bob Dylan, but I am gonna listen to Joan Baez because she is so good. My favorites are obviously It Ain't Me, Babe, because that's like the song of the movie, but basically all of, what album is it? The Diamonds and Rust album, which I think that one's supposed to be about Bob Dylan, but I can't remember. That album was really good. Listening to my sad playlist number 2 again, which is How You Know I'm Down Atrocious, because that is literally from when I was in high school. The song I've been fucking with, which is completely different than what I mentioned before, is Missing You by All Time Low. Why? I don't really know. I love All Time Low. Like, they're one of my favorite pop punk. I think they're like pop punk. That is like the one true thing about me. If I'm ever feeling hella depressed, like, I am going to be listening to what I listened to in 7th grade. No questions about it. Like, All Time Low, Never Shout Never, Big City Dreams album, Never Shout Never. Christopher Jew is such a good album. Another song, which is a more high school coded song for me, is Come Back to Earth by Mac Miller. From Pittsburgh area, so Mac Miller is like kind of just like in a little special place of my heart. And then Coldplay. So Landon Barker, while Alabama Barker's having beef with that baby, Coldplay, I think it was Coldplay that, or no, he's listening to The Fray. So, yeah. Okay, so I have 2 movies One of them is really fucking silly. The other one's really pretentious. Whenever I went to the beach to visit my parents, we went to Barnes & Noble and they had a really good Criterion collection. I picked a movie and my boyfriend picked out a movie. So we watched one of the movies the other day. It was called Blow Up. I think actually in hindsight, I had watched it before in film school and I just like, didn't recognize it by the cover for whatever reason. So Blow Up, I thought it was good. I liked it artistically a ton. So it's about a photographer who unknowingly captures a murder on photography when he's like following a couple who's like having an affair, like they're running in the park. How it's shot is really pretty. Like there's lots of landscapes, very still. And then the end is like these mimes playing tennis. I think that's really like cool. The whole point of the movie is sort of like the perception of reality and like what is really reality, especially if you're looking at it through like an artist's eyes. What the photographer sees in a picture, someone else might not see. And in the same way that like we like perceive the world around us, you know? So it's really good. Definitely like pretentious art film bro movie, but I like it. And then my other movie which is like a complete 180, is we watched Blades of Glory the other day with Will Ferrell and John Hader. Before we talk about Blades of Glory, Napoleon Dynamite is a fantastic movie. I could watch that movie so many times. Second thing, in Napoleon Dynamite, okay, hear me out here. Napoleon, like when I was younger, I would watch a movie and I'd be like, Napoleon is kind of hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Probably because John Hader's face card like is not declining. Anyways, we watched Blades of Glory the other day. That movie is so funny, and what my point with bringing up Blades of Glory is that we need more like stupid fucking movies. I want fart jokes. I want crude where it's crude, but it's not like violent crude, just like stupid. So, you know, like Will Ferrell's character in that is like a freak, you know? I need more movies that are just absolutely dumb, where you watch it and your brain just turns off. Because sometimes, like, I do like to watch, like, children's movies, not just to equate the two, because I don't think they're the same. But, exactly, like, I don't think they're the same. Like, sometimes I want to watch, like, a more kiddie movie where it's more lighthearted, and sometimes I want to watch something that's so fucking stupid that it makes me laugh at, like, the fact that, like, someone just fell over and they got, like, kicked in the butt. I don't know. I also think it's so funny when movies have, like, fake stunts, where it's like really clear that like the stunt is not real. Now I'm gonna talk about like some fashion and home decor before I get to my ins and outs. So my home decor that I've been loving recently is a candelabra in your room, or like so I have like 2 little candle stands. My boyfriend got them for me. They're little flower candles, and it gives such a nice vibe. Candle stands, like because you have 2 of them, they also like burn really bright, so I can like light 2 candles and like maybe have a little light on in my room, and I feel like I could read a book if I wanted to. Like I don't feel like I'm struggling to see whenever I have my little candles. It's just such like a nice little decor addition that's useful. Obviously like the candles that they kind of burn pretty quick because they're so skinny, but I think they're really fun, and they kind of make me feel like I'm living in the no electricity time, cosplaying Little Women vibes, but loving a candelabra. I think it's my only home decor. And my only other one would be I just got a new piece of art that I bought for my friend's art show. She finally got it to me and I hung it up in my room, and I think it looks so cool, and I love how my art wall in my room has it's super individual. Like all stuff I either like found at the thrift store, I cut out of books, I built one of the things, like a puzzle. Art from friends. None of it is something that I could have bought online. I mean, maybe I could have bought 1 or 2 of the things online, but it's super personalized to myself, and I think it has such a great cohesive look to it. And then for fashion, I talk a lot about fashion on here, obviously, because I sew and stuff, but I feel like I've talked a lot about the recent clothing that I've been wearing and liking. I want to highlight my jean jacket that I recently got. It feels like 2000s. It's like kind of very playful with some flowers on it. It's like a nice dark jean, and I can't wait to wear that when it's warmer. Today, I can't even look cute. Yeah, sorry, I look kind of like fucking garbage right now. First of all, I'm depressed. Second of all, it's too cold. It's like 40 degrees and the sun went away. A week or 2 ago, it was really nice outside. I could wear nice clothes, and then now it's so fucking cold that I have to wear my stupid ugly jackets again. Not that this is ugly, I love this Carhartt, but like I'm sick of it. I've worn it probably every day for like 7 months now. Like cut it out, over it, done with it. So now we're gonna talk about some ins and outs. I have more ins than outs because I don't know, I couldn't think of that many outs. I've had a hard time letting things go, so that's why I probably don't have that many outs. Anyways, my first in sort of goes with fashion, so this is a good segue. My first in is pajama sets. I've said this in a video before maybe, but I love a good pajama set. I've been slowly building a collection of pajamas where it's like a long sleeve with a comfy, like they're like matching pants and shirt. It makes you feel so cozy wearing a pajama set. Whenever I know I really want to I want to get in bed and I want to feel so freaking cozy, I'm 100% putting on a pajama set. Specifically, this one set that my sister gave me for Christmas where it has little penguins on it. That one is from, I think it's from Victoria's Secret. It's weirdly, like, so comfortable. Not weirdly, but I have some from, I should say, I have some pajama sets from other stores where they're like actual pajama like stores. It's more expensive, I should say. And so these pajamas being so comfortable and not being that expensive, mind-boggling. I do plan on buying more. I just never have because, I don't know, I feel like pajamas are something you don't buy. You like get them as a gift and then you cherish the hell out of them. Okay, now for my second in is going out for a drink and an appetizer, not necessarily going out for dinner. Hear me out with this one. Hi! You're good. You're good, you're good. Okay, so that was a dog. I'm in the park, so I can't even be mad about that. Going out for drinks and appetizer, not necessarily going out for dinner. Why I say this is fun? 2 reasons. A little bit in the mindset recently where it's like we have food at home, don't need to necessarily be buying a whole dinner, especially if I just want to go out. Doesn't mean I have to go out for dinner. Like, I can get a little appetizer, I can get a little drink, we can chat for a long time, and then you know what, maybe appetizers and drinks turns into dinner. Deciding to go out doesn't mean that we have to get dinner. I think it's also fun, so you're able to try more drinks and different appetizers because you can like do more of a taste test rather than being like, well, I have to eat my big dinner. So instead you can just like have a little bite of everything. So fun drinks in. Doesn't even have to be alcoholic, but just a fun drink. My next in is, this is kind of random, watching the Food Network or watching like what we would classify as like cable television. So recently my dad has Apple TV and I have been using the Apple TV because I'm a really big Survivor and The Amazing Race fan, which is probably one of the nerdiest things about me. So I watch it every week, so I need like cable to watch it. Like we have to watch it like an hour later, so I need my dad to record it for me on the DVR so I can watch it like that same day. Anyways, because we have Apple TV, I've been watching the Food Network, I've been watching Chopped, I've been watching some House Hunters. It takes away me having to make a decision about what I'm watching, which sometimes I want to choose what I'm watching, but sometimes I really don't. Like, just put something on. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and like be reading or like on my phone anyway. So like, let me just put on some Chopped in the background. I've always had an affinity for cooking shows. I really, really love cooking, and I wish that I like knew even more about it than I do. So I think watching Chopped and like the Food Network shows will help me, I don't know, maybe have some ideas for like fun recipes to make. Everything on the Food Network and on those shows, it's so high stakes, but then it's not. So even if you're like, oh no, is he gonna finish? Is his ice cream gonna come out of the ice cream machine fast enough? Like, probably. And also like if it doesn't, okay, the grand total prize is like $25. So, okay, another in, because I was depressed earlier today when I wrote this down. The next in is facing reality. Ooh, I don't want to. When I say facing reality, I mean, I need to like be honest with myself. So right now, I'm 24 and my life is good, but I feel like I should be doing something a little bit more productive with my life. The other day, my friend texted me about like a major life event that's like an adult life event. Cool, while I was like editing a YouTube video, but I feel like I'm exhibiting a little bit of like Peter Pan syndrome the past year, where I never want to grow up even though I have to. And it's not that I don't do adult things because I live an adult life, but I think sometimes my mentality, I'm like refusing to accept I should maybe be starting to think about things more seriously. My career, for example, like I said, right now I'm kind of like, I have a bunch of money saved up and I still have my other job, so it's not like I can't pay my rent and do all that, but maybe I should consider like looking for a full-time job that is consistent, even if I don't like it as much. So yeah, that's more just like a contemplative thing I've been thinking. My next in is long shirt. I feel like this is like kind of a common in right now. I haven't been seeing like crop tops as much on the market. If anything, like it's mostly shirts that go down, so where it's like a little sliver between the top of the pants and the shirt, rather than like whole belly button being out, which does make me a little bit sad because a little part of me was like, oh, I should get my belly button pierced. Never did it. But that's so, and if long tops are in, that means that belly button piercings can't really fly free as much. But I do like that they're in. I feel like they're flattering. I think they make you look taller, makes you feel less self-conscious walking around sometimes. My last in, which I thought of when I was talking about my music earlier, was watching music videos and live performances on YouTube. There was a night where I think I watched 200 like random performances by like one that I watched I think 4 times. I kept circling back to it was Mazzy Star live performance in 1991. I forget what the concert it was. Oh my god. First of all, she's so beautiful. I didn't realize what she looked like. Second of all, she has such an aura and that song is so good. So yeah, I've been really into watching like live music performances, even though I don't really like concerts that much, and that's gonna be like a really hot take. I don't really care for concerts that much. Probably because I get like claustrophobic and don't like being around that many people at once. Like even when I went to Lala, it was really fun, but I was like, yeah, I don't need to do that again for like a while at least. But watching them on my computer was awesome. I mean, I do like listening to music live, but I prefer it in like smaller venues. Now we're gonna get into the outs. I only have 3 outs, and one of them is kind of stupid. So the first one is waking up late. Waking up late is out. It is no more. We are no longer sleeping in, wasting our glorious mornings, which I have been doing this past like 4 days and it's making me want to myself. But no, it's time to get up, get out, enjoy the morning. And then if you want to take a nap midday, take a nap midday. You can do late nights, some nights. But I think prioritizing a nice early morning at least once or twice a week. My next one, which is going off of one of my ins, which is my out is accepting reality. What does that mean? I don't really know. I think when I was writing this down, I was thinking about if I don't like something about myself, then I don't have to accept it and I can change it. And so say like with how I feel about my career, if I don't like it, I can change it. And there's nothing necessarily stopping me from doing that aside from myself. So I don't have to accept my reality if I can change it. If I can ever change it, then I can accept it. But that's my little spiel with that. And the last one, which is out, looking at pictures too long after you take them. Like if you take a picture with your girls, you know, you're like, I want to post some fun stuff on the Instagram. Take the picture, look at it a little bit, and then post it. Stop, like I don't want, like don't think about it too long, don't look at it that long, because you're going to overanalyze your face, overanalyze your friends' faces. Okay, well those are my ins and outs. I'm really cold, my hands are hurting a little bit to be quite honest. The sun has fully gone away. So I think I'm gonna go home now. This was like actually extremely therapeutic. Sitting outside talking to the camera. I'm like facing a fear right now. And I got to be outside. Anyways, if anyone's listening, thanks for listening. Have a good one. Let me know your favorite in and out.